Some backpacking gear is ridiculously expensive and worth every penny. When I first started out, I started with the inexpensive little aluminum pot. Wobbled around, had a handle. I spilled more water than I actually boiled. It was a real pain in the butt. I was at REI checking out these 1 liter personal titanium cook pots. That, wow, that's expensive. That was 30 years ago. That thing is still trucking along. It holds my little stove, my Pepsi can stove. I mean, 30 years of use? Yeah, it was a little expensive, but 30 years? I mean, what phone did you have 30 years ago? Are you even 30 years old? Yeah, trust me on this one. For backpacking for lighter duty, I went from my heavy duty frame internal Gregory, where it's a Gregory backpack right here, to a frameless model that just has a plastic sheet in the back. And I was so happy for it. Yes, it was expensive. My Gregory G-Pack, super heavy or super expensive. My Black Diamond Speed 40 is super expensive. But boy, when I put those on, they're 1.5 pounds or 2 pounds versus this behemoth at 5 or 6 pounds. Whoa, yeah, that was totally worth it. I use this behemoth on Denali. That carries huge loads, way over 100 liters. And you can read about what the experience is like in my book, Lost at Windy Corner, where I share what the experience of solo mountaineering on North America's highest mountain is like. I bought myself some very expensive sleeping bags a long time ago, and they're still trucking just fine. I know they're ridiculously expensive. This Western Mountaineering Antelope, yeah, holy moly, we're heading towards $1,000 nowadays. But I've had that thing for, I think, 20 years and went with me to Greenland on a tundra expedition, Kilimanjaro, winter camping. Yes, it's ridiculously expensive, but man, that Western Mountaineering Antelope, the chef's kiss. I've also switched to trail runners sometimes if I'm doing a light duty backpack where I know I'm not going to be crossing ultra heavy duty terrain. I've got my Brooks trail runners here, and I love those things because they're really good. However, there's an issue. If you go backpacking with a heavier backpack and you haven't done a 3-day backpack, I would actually skip the trail runners because my feet hurt super bad at the end of a 3-day trip. So just be mindful that, yeah, it's super good, but only if you have a very light base weight, like 11 pounds. That's usually my summer base weight. Otherwise, go with heavier boots. And when you arrive at camp, make sure that your headlamp isn't dead. I've upgraded all my headlamps. Yeah, I don't even know how many headlamps, to ones with auto shut off or hold and shut off mode, because I've gotten to camp, pulled my headlamp out of my top of my backpack, and this anemic light happens, and it's somehow magically got turned on in my pack. That really sucks. So definitely avoid that. Get one with a shut-off feature.